All right, we got some action today, and I'm just really going to talk quickly about it. I think it's been an interesting week, right? For me, Monday was kind of like the most interesting, and I think after that, I've really not caught on to anything serious. I've tried to, but I've really not been giving plays. Like I explained yesterday, some of the positions that I was looking at that I missed, like GU, and I also talked about, what I wanted to see, which we should just go into straight away. Gold, I wanted to see buys, like I told you, right? Maybe the story of inflation is actually coming in cooler and we could see higher prices from gold. So I said if we see a run below this low, I'll be looking for buys. Right. But coming into this morning, we already took this low. So that dream was shattered in terms of buys. And I'm like, okay, what do I do right now? How do I approach this? Right. And honestly, I decided that I was just going to take a breather. I was just going to not look at the charts and just, check on it once in a while. Mean I'm not going to trade. And it's a very, very important it's a very, very important thing as a trader, the ability to exert control over the markets. There, it's not like there are no opportunities, but if you can tell in yourself that you're not seeing clearly, like I was telling my members today, I've been price has missed my entry every single day of this week. And that's crazy. Like from Tuesday, Wednesday, and today, I've had missed entries. Right. So I decided that I was just gonna, look at the markets rather than make decisions. Right. So I said I was gonna be looking to buy somewhere inside of here, but that did not come to play because getting into London session we're already closed below this low. I was somewhere here in Asia session, but price was just running lower. So I'm like, okay, I think this is still lower because if we're gonna see buy side, what we should see is old lows stay. So the moment we start to take out this low, this is completing that other block here that, oh yeah, we have up close candle sending price lower, but not just that, well, closing below old lows. That is bearish market structure. I actually drew out this level. I actually drew out this level before New York session, right? Because we had this consolidation and we had this OB. You would see the OB properly 5 minutes. This can be a very good learning opportunity. I have told you the best ways to think about OBs is to look for old highs, right? Just think about it like if I'm going to be selling or buying an OB, did we just run out the recent old high? In this case, we have equal highs here being run out. It's a consolidation, manipulation inside of here leads everyone into buy side. This is where you want to be selling, especially if you have bearishness as a bias. That was entry one in there, happened at 8 o'clock. And then we had breaking market structure to this lows, right? Price returns back into the mitigation block here. That's a mitigation block. Old lows will become point of or old lows will send price lower in a bearish market structure. So price breaks lower and returns back into that old low and flushes 600 or 700 pips. Yeah, going into this lows. So one of the interesting things is on one of my accounts, I have this position I showed you last Thursday running. It's a very beautiful one. I was able to share screenshots today of what I have left on it. I've taken a lot of partials on that position, but I still have it and it looks very good now. It's one of the muscles I want to build as a trader to be able to do long-term plays as long as I can still, do my short term because short term is where my expertise lies, is where I love to engage in, right? But I also understand that the big money is in the long-term plays, right? So I'm building up muscle to first let the trades run, and then the next thing would be leave on size to run. So I had about almost one lot size coming in here, but right now I have like 0.04. It's crazy. Still somewhere around $600, which is good, right? But overall, we've seen a run lower with gold, which brings the question of are we actually like like I said 2 days back, right? We have the numbers coming in recently. Let me take you to Forex Factory. Let me take you to Forex Factory. Also, this is just me checking $1 million homes. It's something I love to do also, but let's actually look at Let's actually look up Forex Factory. Are you one of those people that just have, so many tabs open? I learn a lot of things through the day. So I just like to have the tabs because, if I get bored of something, I can just move to the next thing. Where is Forex Factory? Calendar. Okay, yeah. I want us to look at this. Right. So if you look at what we had two major inflation news release coming. We have CPI, which came in lower than expected. So this is what's called a cooler inflation, right? Meaning that, things are getting better in terms of, the oil shock, which, yes, we saw that in June, right? The news release that you see is for the previous month. Right. We also saw PPI that came in yesterday, come in also cool, right? All of this is bearish for the dollar, and you'd see on both of these news releases, we see the dollar fall off. But coming into today, we started to see more numbers that actually talk about the growth of the US economy, right? This is core retail sales, which came in bad, right? Meaning the retailers, are they really making, let me see, I hope my screen is being shared because I'm looking at it now and it's not looking like that. All right, so I think it's being shared right now. Right, so if you look at this, right, we had CPI coming lower than expected. Right, the red signal already just tells you bearish. That's a very simple way to think about it. Right, but today we had more growth numbers coming. Right, what exactly is happening? Right, the retailers, right, your Walmart, your stores. What exactly is happening on how exactly is money coming in? Like for last month, we had lower than expected numbers, meaning things are not so good, right? But we have manufacturing. On the manufacturing end of things, we have very good numbers, very, very good numbers, 41.4. And economics or the market was expecting 12.7, which is good. Retail sales month over month here. Also, we have 0.2, 0.2 coming in line with expectation. Unemployment claims, right? This is following the jobs market that was bad last week, we're seeing that, unemployment claims is actually still good. I think this is partly due to the fact that, many people are now trying to become content creators, are now trying to make money online. So they're not really, looking for jobs. Unemployment claims is the amount of people that are actually saying, we don't have jobs and we're unemployed, right? So the market is expecting 216, but we see 208,000 people claim that, meaning lower than expected numbers, which is bullish for the dollar. So we kind of, if we look at these numbers, we would say we can actually expect bullish dollar today, right? And you would see, right? Some people say, oh, I don't think the news release work, but they do work, especially when you know how to read them. I really didn't used to think about them for most of my career. Only just last year I started to pay deep attention to what they really mean and how they affect price. And if you look at today, we have a solid bullish candle. And from what we just came from, the numbers proved what? That we could see buy side. If you just played according to that, right, and you were going in to sell, something like EU, right, you'd make money if you were selling GU, you make money if you go in to sell gold, right? Based on that new release, you'd make money, right? So again, it's now depends on opportunities that you then spot using this news release. Another thing that that could put you on the side of sell side, like I said yesterday, right? This had not broken any market structure like GU and EU to the upside. So it's still very bearish. At some point, we could see that flush coming. Maybe after now that we've taken out this low, I won't be making comments on this because I really do not know. And I'll be waiting for this week to just run out until I have a grasp on what is happening. Right. Everything still looks bearish here, but where's it going to go next? We would see, right? We'd see. I need more candles to actually make an informed, position on that. Yeah. So that's exactly what this is for me. Right. Today I missed a play on GU. I missed this play on GU. I missed this play on GU. Let me show you. Right. And it was, very, very slight. I'll probably have gotten, 30, 40 pips there. Right. We saw GU return back into a daily order block, and that's the protocol. This is high, low, premium. Daily order block. Good. So daily bearish order block. Right. If we go lower, we would see that 4 hour candle just, sends it lower. But what makes me sell this is after I see the run into the higher time frame level, I want to see a break which means close below old lows, right? And then it happens again. Then now I trust it. When I see it twice after we see the higher time frame level, this is when I like start to hunt. Right. So I was waiting for price to just mitigate these levels. This would be a mitigation block. Right. That's my model if you've been watching this. And I would say this. So again, Wednesday, I missed price coming down here. I wanted to see a run from here back here before we saw the buys. I missed that. And today also I'm missing this. So yeah, it happens, right? Right. So, but yeah, that's actually my position, right? What are you actually thinking about? What do you think price is doing? Do you think we're going to see buy side right now from gold, or do you think it's all the way just, gonna keep collapsing and collapsing and collapsing? I'd like to know your thoughts in the channel. If this is the first time you're watching this, I would, oblige with you that you follow and help us grow this small channel. I wish to do a lot more than we're doing right now, and you guys are the one holding the fort. So yeah, help me, help us, and help every other person get the right information. Right, it's not financial advice. I'm really just sharing my thoughts and experience, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, family, bless up and have a blessed night.